Episode 16, Mr. and Mrs. the podcast we've been missing.
Yeah.
We've been missing in action. Life has been hard.
Has it really?
No, life has been great. Reading The Secret, right? So I'm trying to attract manifest. But yeah, life has changed a lot in terms of our schedules. We can't just do things on the whim anymore, right? Mm-hmm. You'd say? You have to do things when the baby sleeps or sleep when the baby sleeps. We tend to sleep when the baby sleeps.
Do we?
Kind of.
At night?
I mean, I guess. No.
We do not sleep when the baby sleeps. Yeah, you're lying. We need to sleep when the baby sleeps. Yeah.
Well, that's hard. It's hard because so much of your time when you're used to being, not having a kid gets taken. So when the baby sleeps, you're like, oh, let me catch up on a Netflix show. Or let me look, So it's
we try to get stuff done when the baby's sleeping versus sleeping.
Right.
But he's been sleeping through the night until
every time
your birthday.
Good.
Nick is 40, by the way.
Yay,
snaps and claps.
Every time the baby advances, something happens. Oh, he's 5 months. Wow, yeah, he's crawling. All right, well, he's gonna be teething now and going through sleep regression. It's just...
Someone came to your birthday party and gave us COVID. But we don't blame anyone because they maybe didn't know they had COVID.
No, the thing... All right, yeah, so Nicole threw a slamming surprise party for me. And we were... it was my birthday. I'm like, all right, let's go shopping the next day. And we didn't wake up. We woke up deadly hungover. Deadly hangover.
We should talk about how awful that was with the baby.
Yeah,
with COVID.
We had to call the nanny.
Yes.
And tell her we
needed her
incapable. ASAP. But Sunday you said you weren't feeling good, right? And like Saturday night, I think you said you
Saturday night I started to feel sick. Yeah.
I was fine, but it was Saturday, we were dead, and then Nicole was like, oh, I think I have COVID. I'm like, don't say that, please. Took the baby, right? Sunday, and found out baby had COVID, Nicole had COVID. She was dead, so I had to show up 100%, and the baby is just
okay,
just 100%, coughing in my face.
I was totally...
You're dead. Anyways. And the baby's just coughing in my face. Nothing's worse than just being like, okay, I know I'm going to get COVID. At what minute am I going to get COVID? I woke up with it Monday, just dead. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
It took us out for like a whole week.
Yeah. The level of fear, though, with a sick baby, I think because it was COVID, it was more enhanced, because COVID, there's so much, you're going to die surrounding COVID.
I think it was the first time Carter got sick. You and I were deathly hungover. And to hear your baby cough.
That's terrible.
It's horrible. Like, it sounds so like, oh, cough. Like, I'm keep coughing right now because I still have a cough. But to hear a little baby cough or like just, what is it when they're like stuffy?
Yeah.
It's awful. It's so awful.
It's terrible.
It's just, that was just like a heart.
And then everybody's like, where'd you get it from? But you could have got it from the store. Like, there's nowhere to even tell you got it at the party. We got it at the party.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously. But it's just the one thing that upsets me about COVID. Obviously, everybody knows, cat's out the bag, that it's government, right? Like, kind of fabricated, or you can't you can't get together anymore in large groups. It's just can you? It's just there's so much of a risk now behind it. And especially with the baby, it's just there's so much.
I'm not like, I don't know, I don't research COVID, but it's a lot. The reason that it's like that is because it's a lot more contagious or easily spreadable than like a regular flu or regular cold, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what makes it, like, that's what sucks. Because if someone has like a little cold, it's like not everyone at the party's going to get it. But COVID, it's like one person has COVID, everyone's getting it, basically.
Yeah. And I think they wanted it that way. They don't, not to get obviously into conspiracy theories, but they don't, large groups of people getting together is a threat. Anyway.
Yeah.
What do we got?
We survived that though.
Yeah, well, we did survive, which is a good thing, but having a baby, and I guess to put it simply is, it's one thing when the baby's sick and you're tending to it, but it's another thing when the baby's sick and both of the parents are sick. Naturally, naturally the parents aren't really going to care about themselves. They can't.
Yeah, well, that's why I was like 100%. I was still caring for Carter. We were both taking turns. You took care of Carter for like one day, well, the nanny, and then because then you got sick too. So then we were both just like, it was crazy.
Naturally, Nicole's like, go upstairs and quarantine. I'm like, how is that supposed to happen?
I remember it was like that first day after that, we were both just like trying our hardest.
Yeah.
Like we were both just like taking turns with the baby and just like trying to soothe him because
horrible.
not only are we all sick, Carter's not sleeping right. He's
No,
crying
he
more.
wasn't.
And it was so hard and so
horrible.
sad, and I'm glad that's over.
Over, yes.
But we survived that. I feel like as parents, when you like in the thick of it, you're like, holy shit. And it's like, you're like scared and tired and this and that. But it's like, they always say, oh, like parents have this like energy for your kids no matter what. You could be like deathly tired, deathly sick.
That's an instinct, yeah.
No matter what, you're going to be able to like do whatever you need to for your child.
I think your brain changes when you have a baby. I was talking to Kathy about this today, and it really does because it makes sense. I've had friends who were going down the wrong path, addicted to drugs, just life was in shambles, and had babies, and they did complete 180s because I think it changes your brain a little bit. Just an instinct, like it brings an instinct, or it could go the complete opposite. But
yeah, I was just gonna say because this person that I met on Thursday was actually telling me that complete opposite. She was saying that she thought that her husband would have that, like it would like click in his head and all of that, like, oh, I have a child now, this, that, and she was actually saying it never did for him.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of dependent on if you want to change and want to give your kids a different life, but it is. What I'm trying to say is now I understand because I was always like, damn, they had a kid and they change your whole life around. Now I understand like what happened in their brain where they just shifted.
Like, well, you'll do anything.
Everything, yeah. It's like it's commendable. It's when you have a baby or a kid, it really shifts your view of your parents. The job they did, other parents. Like when we were at your mom's house and we were just like, let's go because everybody, baby's tired. Mm-hmm. And now I see because I used to think because you see people with their baby we have to go and then they fly out. You're like, oh, they must have not want to be here, but no, it's real life. You have to go. You're going home to be comfortable, put the baby down.
It's true. Even today I was like, let's get together earlier for dinner just because of his bedtime.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And even my brother would say, oh, we got to get together earlier, and I would think he was just more conveniencing himself. Now I see it. No, it's a real thing. So shout outs to all the parents out there. Sorry for before I had a kid, the way
you didn't
understand.
I
judged you.
We should talk about that.
What?
Should you have your partner's passcode?
Your partner's passcode? I don't. I think if you need the partner's passcode is just. I mean, I guess yes, but you shouldn't be going through your partner's phone. It's kind of very high schoolish.
But we have each other's. Do you know my passcode?
No, I don't care.
I've told you my passcode just for like. If you needed to use it. But I know yours like when I need to use it too.
Yeah, it's
like
the reason
right
it's
now.
called a personal phone.
But I have your passcode because I'm using your phone right now. That's why I thought of it. Do you not want me to have
What
your
about
passcode?
Locations? Like, so that was a
Wait, we didn't even finish this. Do you not want me to have your passcode?
No, I don't care. It's not like I'm hiding anything.
You don't know mine?
Huh?
I told you mine.
No, but I don't need that information. I don't think it's necessary. Why do you need your partner's passcode for what? It's usually probably a girl that wants their man's passcode.
But
I don't think a guy. Think about it. This is maybe scientific. I don't think a guy.
But the reason I know your passcode,
girl.
But none of us.
And that's
did we
so.
say
There's
that?
there's a double standard to that because if I was like, give me your passcode, I guess it's the delivery as well, like anything else in life. But if a guy wants to, give me your passcode, the girl, why, blah blah blah. If it's the opposite way around,
I think there's a difference between that because when we got each other's passcodes, I was like, it was a situation where I was like, what, you probably told me to do something or I need to check something or you're driving and that's how I learned your passcode.
Let's talk about locations.
No, I'm not done because I've told you my passcode. When I needed you to get something in my phone, I've like told you that it's.
I would never use your passcode though.
But you've gone in my phone with my passcode. But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. We were never like, hey, what's your passcode? I need it. If you're not hiding anything, give it to me.
From my perspective, I think it's corny to have each other's passcodes. There's no reason to. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not like if you asked me for it, I'd be like, no, get out of here. But I gave it to you. Yeah, you're a passcode kind of girl.
Wait, why am I a passcode?
You're a location kind of girl.
Yes, we're going to get into location, but why am I a passcode kind of girl if I know your password from not asking for it, just from if like you're driving and you told me to go on your phone and do something?
So then, yeah, that's how you got the passcode. How convenient.
But like you said, if you didn't want me to have
that's
your
how
passcode,
ladies. So that's a good delivery method. The way to get the passcode to your man's phone when you're driving, just be like, babe, hey, I want to play a song. Let me see your phone. What's your passcode? They won't even know.
If your man says like, okay, give it to me, I'll type it in, wouldn't you think that's weird? If you were like, hey, babe, let me do this really quick on my phone, I was like, all right, my password's Doodle, just go on it.
Some guys are more personal than the other.
Personal or sketchy?
Call it what you call it. Let the fans or the listeners, sorry.
Fine. Location. You brought it up 3 times already.
Location, yeah, that's kind of weird for me too. I guess it's our age too. You're 30, I'm 40. I'm 10 years older than you. We never had that growing up. We never had locations. It just seems invasive to me for someone to have my location and know where I'm at.
Someone or your wife?
Okay, you're my wife, so I allow you access to have my location. Do I like it? No. I think it's just weird.
But what about it makes it weird?
I think that now that we've talked about it a little bit, maybe we should let the listeners poll in on this. Because it's different for everybody. There's couples I know that don't have locations.
What about it doesn't make you feel comfortable for your wife to have your location?
It's not that it... Okay, how about this? It's new, very new to me, and it took me a while to understand.
Feel comfortable sharing your location.
Yes, there you go. Next topic.
No, it's not a next topic. That's interesting topic because a lot of people probably can relate to you and not feeling comfortable sharing versus me where I've always shared my location with not just you but my mom, my sister, and like a close friend, like especially in Dallas when I lived there with my girlfriends we were in a big city. They were going on dates and stuff. We all shared our locations for like safety purposes.
Okay. So it's probably a girl thing. Serious. Guys don't share location. Guys aren't like, hey, let me get your location. I mean, unless you're P. Diddy.
No, but obviously, I think it's more for a safety thing. But even today, let me give an example of how I used my mom's location. I knew she was out grocery shopping, and I was like, oh, shit, Nick's already on the way with the baby. Let me check if she's even home so I can call him and be like, hey, she's not there yet, but she'll be there soon. So it's not like, I don't ever use it for like a...
I guess, I don't know. Maybe it seems a little stalkerish.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like you could just call your mom and say, oh, you're at the store. But
even yesterday, I used my mom's location when I was like, I know she's not going to find the restaurant. It's going to be hard for her. And then I checked where she was and I went and stood in the street. So it's like, I don't have bad intention when I'm using it. Is that stalkerish to you?
No, it's not.
It's like helpful. I'm trying to be helpful.
Holla.
Okay. What is one thing I do as a mom that drives you crazy?
Probably...
Damn, you don't even have to think about it.
Like your overreaction to every single tiny, minute, small...
Shut the fuck up. Like what? What
baby.
is so small?
I mean,
he's
drinking a bottle. He's like, he calls me. It's just,
He could be
choking,
and I'm a new mom.
I know it's a new mom thing, so that's fine. That's one of them.
I said one. Enough. Done.
Also, your impulse to just buy shit for him that he's not going to use.
Like what? Can you name 2 things he doesn't use?
I don't know. There's always some new toys showing up from Amazon
but
at the door that he's not using or that the dogs use as their toy.
So it's still getting used?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
One thing you do that drives me crazy?
Nothing, because I'm perfect.
I don't know. I think there's not anything I feel like you do in repeat, right?
In repeat? What do you mean?
like over and over again. Like, for example, I always am buying stuff or I'm always overreacting.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't. Ew, are you perfect?
Perfect dad alert.
No, you are a really good dad, though. But I'm sure there's a lot of little things that bother me.
You just can't think of anything at the moment.
I hate this.
She'll come back to it. What do we
I
got
will
next
come
for
back
them?
to this. There has to be something.
I'm sure there is. Come back to it when you find out.
Should we talk about traveling with a baby?
Traveling with a baby is, once you're on the plane and you're off, I'd say it's cute, it's fun, it's something new, it's
So-
memories you'll cherish. But packing and leaving, to put everything, and it's just a lot of work, to say the
is.
least. Stroller, bouncer, you feel like you're traveling with an NFL team, with all the gadgets, the equipment. It's just, it's a lot.
Yeah. And we chose to do a short flight for our first trip with him.
Right?
But I would
Yeah,
say...
Nantucker's like a half-hour
Yeah.
plane ride.
But you were more nervous to travel with a baby that was like 4 months old. And I was like, no, babe, everyone's saying this is the time to travel with a baby because all they do is sleep. So he like slept for most of it versus think about now traveling with Carter. He doesn't like to stand still. Now you know why the parents have to like carry their babies, walk up and down the aisle, let the baby run around or whatever, like up and down the aisle. Because Carter would not sit still now. If he's awake, he needs to be entertained. So how do you do that? It's going to be much harder to travel with him now, I think, than it was when he was 4 months old.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough because they shit themselves, they piss themselves. You got to change them. We got the baby in the ground in the airport with the backpack out changing his diaper. I'm saying, don't have my son's junk hanging out. And Nicole's like, oh, it's normal. Everybody's doing it. Whoop, whoop. Diaper change, right in the airport.
I am going to say I am
disaster.
that mom, where I really, for the most part, do not care. Like, it's a baby. He needs to get his diaper changed. Like, I'm not going to go, hide.
I know.
I'm definitely going to be that parent.
Let me put it this way. I have, anxiety traveling normally, just by myself. Actually, by myself, that's when I don't have anxiety, if I'm by myself. But still, there's always just a weird feeling when I travel. So adding a baby.
Yeah. And I knew that was going to be a little chaotic for
But
you.
it was good to do it, yeah. And now, because, you end the fear of doing it.
Well, shout out to our diaper bag, though, because it's the Bay's, like, ultimate deluxe whatever diaper bag, and it has the fold-out...
Yeah, the fold-out changing
station thing, and it's
comes
like...
in handy.
Yeah, because you could change him literally anywhere.
Yeah.
Even when we went out to dinner in Norwalk, we changed him on, like, that turf on the floor.
The best part was we're leaving... How many days did we stay in Nantucket? 5?
Like 6.
So we go to leave, and anybody knows when you travel, towards the end of it, you just want to go home towards the end of the vacation.
Yeah, you just want to get the fuck home.
We get to the airport, and they're like, oh, that flight's canceled or might not come. That was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
And I manifested the flight coming. Let's talk about that.
You did.
I attracted. You talk about the secret. I didn't even read the secret then. I just came there. They say, oh, most likely this plane's not going to come. I'm like, we're going home. The plane's coming. Your sister and her husband took off because they didn't, I mean, what it is what it is. But I just manifested that plane coming. I knew in my head that plane is coming.
I high key by the end wanted to kill you because I was like,
and then we're in the airport.
We have a baby, and we could have just gone back to the house we were staying at, and he was like, no, like we're staying here. The plane was taking off. I'm like, if you make me wait in this fucking airport for like 6 hours, and then that plane doesn't take off, and we have a newborn, and like he could just be like sleeping in his own bed.
That's a risk I was willing to take because I manifested the plane to come. Mm-hmm. So.
And we weren't even there for that long.
If anyone doesn't have been to Nantucket Airport, it's not an airport. It's a bedroom. Like
there isn't so it's not even like we could hang out at the bar.
We were in there for probably 4 hours or 3 hours?
Like 3.
And that wasn't that fun. Baby was great, but it's just you have a baby, you feel bad for him. Plus, I attracted the plane. I knew it was coming, but then there was sometimes I was like, oh.
I know you were getting nervous, like Nicole's gonna fuck.
But I seen some older ladies, and they're like, oh, it's coming. So I was like, all right, I got the energy, and then.
And you're not a big manifester, but you were so determined to get home.
When enough people get together, they can change stuff or attract stuff.
True. What do you think you would say like the hardest part about traveling with him was though?
Probably just the packing and just the packing and the shit that we had to lug. That's it.
Yeah, that's true.
Minus that, it would be fine. You know, you need the stroller. Like, let's say we were going somewhere we knew, all right, we could rent a stroller, and we didn't have any of that.
So, okay, major hack. I only when traveling, I think within the U.S. My friend told me about a website. There's multiple websites that does this. You can rent a crib, a stroller, all these things. Like when you get to that destination, it's
probably
like
a fortune though.
Uber for it's like $30 for the crib for whatever.
Really?
Or like I don't know. I don't think it's not
That's
a fortune because
awesome.
I looked into it. But Nantucket's so small that they had like limited options.
They're not gonna have it. But I would say if we had to just travel with the diaper bag, right, and whatever, a couple more things, miscellaneous things, easy breezy.
Yeah.
But
it's more like, I don't know. There's a lot you have to learn because even I'm thinking like now that we travel with him and he outgrows that car seat, do you have to bring a different car seat? Because then if you rent a car somewhere, don't you need a car seat, or you just rent a car seat? Oh, you rent a car seat in the state that you go to.
He's good. You just buckle it down. You live and you learn.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It's a lot.
If you're listening and you just had a baby, just do it. That's the only way to do it. Just fail upwards.
I think that's probably our motto with a lot of things with the baby is just to just do things with the baby. Like it's going to be harder at first, but you know, you also want them to adapt to your life the same way that you're adapting to their life.
That's the bit. They should be adapting to your life. You shouldn't be adapting to their life. Yeah.
I want to start sleeping with Carter.
So I love sleeping with my son, right? With all of us. But now that he's sleeping through the night, we don't want to create bad habits, right? Yeah. And I think that, you know, kids aren't stupid. Babies aren't stupid. If they're more comfortable in the bed, which they might be, they'll probably start waking up and crying because they know you're going to bring them in the bed. So that's the only reason why I don't prefer to do that, you know? It's
funny because before Carter was born, do you remember I was like, no matter what, he's not sleeping in our bed. Because I know you, like, Nick
but
has
he's
our
so
3
cute
dogs.
And snuggly.
But I thought it was going to be you that wanted him to sleep in our bed.
No.
And
because I know, like, the habits.
You'd rather have the dog sleep in our bed than Carter.
The dogs, they're getting old. They're grimy. Where are those fucking rats at?
Your feelings are hurt that they didn't want to come down here for the first time. That's why you're talking
they're
like
down
that.
Here.
Oh, yeah, they are.
They're all sleeping. Knocked out. But, yeah, I just think it's to create good habits because, you know, they get to where they're 3, 4, and they have a bad dream. They're running to your bed. Again, it's cute. You could do it.
But think about this.
I think it's cool to do it when you go away, on vacation, whatever. But I just think it might create bad habits. That's the only reason why.
But also, is it a bad habit that he wants to sleep in our bed?
I mean, yes, I think if you.
I slept with my mom. Studies show that that's actually the best thing for the child. What study shows? Why the fuck did you say?
Study probably shows. Probably I left out probably.
No, it's actually better.
So this podcast is good because there's so much for you guys to poll on.
To let us know. Give your opinions.
All you seasoned moms out there running around with 4 kids.
I think that he should be able to sleep with us. And they grow so fast. They're not going to want to sleep with us one day. Yeah, what about all those cuddles? He's not even going to fit in our bed once he's bigger.
Yeah. Those he's not sleeping with us.
Grimy ass dogs could sleep with us. He could sleep with us.
He's not sleeping with us next.
Speaking of sleep, life hack, parent hack. Mm-hmm. So many people I saw on social media be like, "Oh, my husband's amazing. He gets up with me in the middle of the night and helps me."
That's not a hack.
No, I don't think it's a hack at all. I think it's stupid, and it's like let your fucking husband sleep,
or let
him let you sleep.
2 burnt out parents or 1. I mean,
yeah. And sometimes I feel like you'll be like, "Babe, let's both do this," and I'm like, "Babe, that's not like right now in this season of life that we're in. It's like I love you and I want to do things with as a family, but." Like, it's sometimes better, like, okay, great, I get it, we can all take a ride really quick to the store, this and that. It's just like, just take him, because then I actually get a break.
Well, today, that's another thing, too, is it quick and easy going to the store with the baby just to go to the store with the baby. So
No one.
all right,
It's
this
never
morning,
quick and easy with the
this
baby,
morning,
honey.
I'm like, let's get country cow egg and cheeses. Whoever's listening to this, if you had a country cow egg and cheese, you know it's the best egg and cheese in the world. Period. No debate. It's not up for debate. But we always underestimate the volume of egg and cheeses that place does. So I grab Nala and Carter, put them in the car, drive. I get the coffee, whatever. Come in. There's no parking spots. The only parking spot was in the back. I'm going, shit, what do I do? So I said, all right, let me just turn off the car. I got Nala in the car. She'll watch Carter for 3 minutes. I'm like, I'll just be in and out. Locked it and go up. Line out the door. I'm like, up, can't do that. Ran back to the car, called you. I was like, okay, so you got to come here. So Nicole had to drive from Stratford, right, to Fairfield, which was fine. It's a Sunday morning. It was actually cool that you pulled up, right? Like, but it's just interesting because I'm like, damn, I should.
There goes my break.
Right, but when you're right, exactly. That's what I mean. When you're trying to do something like get food or get egg and cheeses, and you know, like you probably should leave the baby at home because you got to be in and out, and it's dangerous. You know, it's not that it's dangerous. I don't feel comfortable. Even when I locked the door, I knew Nala was. I knew. I'm like, this is bad. I'm a bad parent. You know what I mean?
Because who tells you about those laws? Because is that a law?
Whoa,
like,
that's
isn't
a
it
law. That's
like it's illegal to leave a baby in a car.
I would think, let's say, like I went in and I was in there, like fuck, all right, 7 minutes now, and a cop. Again, I don't know if this happened, and there's a baby in the car and a dog in the car. I would think that they would. I don't know. How
but it's like I don't know what book do you read that tells you these laws. I would never.
You could
think
probably
that,
look it up. You can't. I've seen people get arrested for leaving kids in the car, but
again,
it's hot.
Yes, but babe, it's like what you see on the news is like mother went into Target for 45 minutes
when it was
and 100 degrees out, or leaving a dog. Totally get it.
Yeah.
But
that's just
I have a lot of mom friends
issues.
that are like they run into Dunkin'. That whole process takes like
as long as you
maybe
could
4
see
minutes.
the car, I'm okay with it, and there's not a line. So like, if there's not a line and I could see the car, okay, boom, you go in there no longer than 5 minutes.
But like crack the windows or something, right?
Yeah, well, it also depends. That's what I was gonna say on the elements. It depends on the weather. I think it depends on the weather, right? Because if it's freezing out, absolutely not. You can't do that. If it's hot out, absolutely not. You can't do that. Right now it's fall, so it's like you could do that. Fall, you crack the window and it's perfect.
But
This is not
like. Would
we're
you
not
think I'm a bad
condoning
mom
leaving
if
the
I
kid.
go to? It just depends where you're going because think about it. Like Dunkin' Donuts is a place you can run in and run out. Starbucks, if you order ahead, you run in, run out.
Yeah, but you can't expect to run in and run out.
At Starbucks, you can because they already just leave your drinks there. You just go and grab it. But think about a place like Frenchie's. You can't run in and run out because it's like a boutique coffee shop where you're in there for at least 10, 15 minutes. So, yeah, I guess it just really depends. I personally wouldn't leave Carter anywhere where I would. No. I even got worried going to the gas station once, even though, because I was just like, oh, and there was one person in front of me. But I'm like, yeah, what do you do? What is you can't two people can't go to the gas station. You have to leave your kid in the car. You're not going to right? I don't know. Whatever.
Someone asked me oh, what's been the most challenging with the baby? I'm like, just going to the, where he's at the house, I got to go out to the store. Damn, you can't bring him to the store. Just small little things where you can't bring him to the store to run errands. You know what I mean? Unless it's a production if you bring him to the store to run errands.
But we value those moments too. For us, it's that's kind of you're a little bit of alone time to run to the store really quick.
Yeah, but it ended up even today. I went in the backseat with him. I was in the backseat. I was feeding him, and it's a funny with babies because they're looking at you like, "What the hell are you doing?" And you have that moment where they're looking at you like, "What are you doing?" Mm-hmm. But I was in the backseat feeding them with Nala, and they're waiting for you to come. Yeah. So it was a good bonding moment, I guess.
Everything's a memory with them. I think even the hard stuff in that moment can be so fucking stressful. And then
he just smiles
2
at
seconds
you.
after,
Like,
yes.
Look, I've been.
Even today, was it today? What was it where I was like, wow, we did it? Or it might have been yesterday or the night before. The night before, I think.
What?
When it was just chaotic, he's teething and we were just trying to soothe him and change him, and we were at my mom's and we were just whatever. I don't remember. And then we just looked at each other. Every time we're in the thick of it, as soon as we just get him down and he's comfortable and he's okay, we're just oh, we did it. We hug and we're yeah.
It takes a village. That's why they always say it takes a village to raise a kid. It's true. And like you said the other day, we don't know how do single moms do it. We don't know. Even if they have help, right? Because a lot of them do. Okay, but it's still not enough.
I don't like when you say that because I don't think a lot of single moms do have help, babe.
I don't know. I'm hoping. Maybe I'm being.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
I'm
think
being
you
hopeful.
hope they have a lot of help.
Yeah.
I just don't know how they do it.
Water break. Sorry.
Yeah.
Also, guys, life hack, something that's been helping me really good, which I told you. We bought, what is it, the Baja Gold mineral salt. It's very healthy, obviously, to cook with. It's a healthier option, but I've been doing 1 teaspoon a day in my water. I have it obviously in this water in the morning, like first thing in the morning. I feel like it's been giving me energy. And yeah, just energy, and I feel hydrated. So even if you do that and then you just keep drinking water, I'm more hydrated than when I just drink regular water all day.
Quick disclaimer: the salt is like $20.
Yeah, but that's a lot of salt.
Is it?
Yeah, $20 for really good salt, because regular
Yes,
salt has.
I know, but regular salt
So,
is like $1 probably.
Obviously, something people need to know, what they probably don't, is regular salt is bad. It's got a lot of heavy metals, a lot of plastic, and people don't know that. We know that, obviously, because we watch all these, what would they be called? Podcasts.
Like
lifestyle?
biohacking.
Yeah, biohacking, stuff like that. But yeah, regular salt is bad for you, so it's important to get good salt. It's $20 on Amazon. No, was it 20?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's like
just saying,
15, $20
relevant.
on Amazon.
$20 is not a lot, but I'm just saying for salt, when it's $1,
It's
probably
a lot of
too.
salt, and the thing is it's strong salt, the Baja Gold. So when you do sprinkle it on food, you don't need a lot, right? So I don't know. I think it's a good price. Check it out. Try it. Try when you wake up in the morning to not have coffee for an hour. This is what I've been. These are result proven, by the way, guys.
Haven't you done no phone for an hour too?
So this has been. It's hard. It's really hard, especially in my business. You got to check, right? But yes, I've been waking up
Earlier.
Let's say no phone for an hour. Just don't. I'm not even gonna look at my phone.
We
for
do
an
like
hour.
family time in the morning.
Right, and then no coffee for an hour. Or they say 90 minutes, right? So a little more, hour and a half. So
Sometimes we crack though. If Carter's being a little hard, we're like coffee.
Recently the coffee thing has been the hardest. But let's say no perfect day, no coffee for an hour, no phone for an hour, and then just drink a glass of water with a teaspoon of Baja Gold. It's phenomenal. With a cold plunge. Now we bought the sauna. We're about to be litty.
Lit. Oh my god, I can't wait. It's getting here in a few
Nicole, it's interesting. After she gave birth, I thought she was just gonna hop. She's like, I'm gonna hop in that cold plunge. I miss it so much. And it was the opposite. She regressed so badly that she can't do the cold plunge anymore, guys. It's kind of depressing because I do the cold plunge every day. I need a supportive wife that cold plunges with me. Now that we have the sauna, so that's why we got the sauna, because there's no excuses for you
because
to go
you're
get in 30-degree
negative.
water.
You need to manifest me getting into the cold plunge.
I have been. You don't.
No, you're like, oh, you can't do this. What happened to you? You used to be so tough. You used to get in. You used to da-da-da-da. And I need you to be like, oh, wow, you did a great job in sauna.
Okay.
I mean, in the cold plunge.
So
Manifest it for me. I'm getting in, but
should we do an episode in the sauna?
Yes, we can try.
But I thought about it. I don't want to see nobody sweating.
I know, and you sweat
gross.
so much. Yeah. I don't sweat. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, maybe we'll do one with no video footage.
Oh yeah, just audio.
Yeah, that's
but
funny. Sauna, the infrared is phenomenal. Sorry, I'm going on a ramble. What do we got next for him? These are just biohacks that we implement, or I implement in my daily routine, that have been huge for me.
Yeah. I like that we do all those things together, though. It's like, it's fun. It's like doing hard things together, doing new things together. It's cool. What do you think is more stressful, being parents or dog parents?
I would say being parents. Both is, I don't know. It depends how much of a how good of a dog parent you are. A lot of people have dogs that don't treat them right and don't care about them. You know?
Yeah.
If you, I don't know. We have 3 dogs, so I would say it's a little more stressful. But yeah, being a parent, obviously, because, you know.
But here's the thing. I think that puppy stage is worse than having a baby.
Yeah, but it's also
It's
also
so
similar because they're
much worse.
so cute. No, it's annoying. They chew
fucking
everything.
Your baby's not so cute?
No, they chew everything. Yeah, no, but I'm saying it's similar, I said, because with the baby, they're cute.
Yeah, your dog chews everything, ruins everything. Your dog pees on everything, shits on everything.
Cute. Nala as a puppy they're adorable. But yeah, it's hard.
So is your child. The dog will shit everywhere.
Carter pissed on me a million times.
He peed on me
He pissed in the bathroom this morning on the floor. Girl's like, oh, look, he's cute. And then shotgun. And the babies, when they pee, they get
Yeah, he was like,
they get
but
feet.
I think puppies are harder because, like I said, they're shitting everywhere, they're peeing everywhere. They like cry in their crate and so fucking loud. No, the puppy stage for a puppy is so fucking chaotic. Versus like a baby, it's they need your attention, but it's like they have a diaper. Like I don't know. It's just you soothe them, this that. I think puppies are way harder than newborn babies.
I would agree. I mean,
they scream through the night. They need to be let out in the middle of the night. It's harder now.
well, it is hard because you gotta train
grown
them.
puppies are easier than a newborn, obviously, but puppies versus newborns, I'm gonna say
still a challenge.
puppies are harder.
Yeah, because and then you really can't leave a puppy at home either. Like it's not. Yeah, you're right.
You can, but he's just gonna like cry in the crate.
Puppy.
Do you think you could be married to someone with different political views?
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be 50-50 on that. I'm not sure because I just kind of got really
Into
I'd
it?
say political or just into it or just kind of learning. Hey, who's running our country? Why is this extra money coming out of my paycheck? Shit like that. And it's interesting because I heard on the Tucker Carlson podcast with Roseanne Barr, she's like, which makes sense. Everybody says they don't care about politics or they don't like politics until it affects their life. So I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be able to be married to like a far leftist. No, I don't think so. Because we don't want to get right into, because I can, if I had to choose, I would say I'm a Republican, but I'll just go with independent for now. Because I don't believe either or. I think it's
political views are relevant to this question, but like saying
I wouldn't be able to be married to a far left person, no.
You wouldn't be able to be married to someone who has different political views than you do.
But that's the thing is like so look at people's political stances. There's people who are Democratic who don't, they don't get worked up. They don't go nuts. Far left people go nuts. They, if you like Trump, they're going to, shame you or cancel you. And then there's also far right people who believe in very extreme things where that's why I don't like to say, oh, I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican, because both parties have a far extension, to each, where it's just, it's still that party. So,
I put that on there because obviously we're in a time, elections coming
election
up.
time.
I've seen people post things like, if you are voting for Trump or if you are voting for Kamala, I can't be friends with you.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Couple.
Why?
I think I personally.
You agree with that?
No, I think it's just
marriage
uneducated.
is different. Obviously, I think you want to be on the same page with your spouse, but I think for friendship,
if you're gonna unfollow someone or stop being friends with someone for their political view, you're uneducated. I believe, because it's us versus them. It's not like us versus, you get what I mean? It's us versus them at the end of the day. As humans, as whatever, as people, right? As Americans, to get along with each other and love thy neighbor, as it says in the Bible. But I posted a couple, things, and I'm not a Trump supporter.
Babe, stop saying like your side. Why can't you just say, I posted a couple things and whatever? I don't want you to say that you belong to.
Well, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say whatever I want.
Okay,
I don't care if I. Okay, so what is the alternative, Nicole?
All right, fuck it. Let's have this conversation.
You don't want
right
me
now.
to get.
The
hold on,
fact
hold
that
on.
I
So
get
you
like nervous to even talk about this, I think is like.
Because what? Because hold on. So why? So okay.
I don't want to be nervous
this is
to
an
talk about this
example,
shit.
and this is why you can see now.
Because people are like canceling people for their political views.
Okay, and that's good. I don't want someone to listen to me if they're affected by. This is what we're talking about. If they're affected by your political stance, it's your political stance.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So if you're
I love that about you, but I love that
let me
you're
just say
at
this.
that place.
Let me just say this.
I'm trying to get to that place.
I don't know. Like I
That
said,
has nothing to
if
do
you're
with it.
far left and if you're far right, the chances of you being married it's not likely, because you're not going to connect
I think for
anyway.
marriage it's very different, because I do think that like you are aligned, because I think a lot of those things are your beliefs and whatever. When you marry someone, you want to make sure you're aligned on all those things. So I do think that you probably need to be like the same page with that. For friendship, though, no. If someone told me, and again, that's why I'm so scared to say, like, yeah, we would be voting, for Trump this upcoming election.
Right. Of
Makes
course.
me nervous. You're a lot more open about that, which is why I kept saying, like, hey, I don't want to, like, say what side we're on or whatever. But you're right. I'm not for that. I'm against that. I feel like we all should be able to have our own political views and not, like, be afraid that we're going to lose friends, family, clients, like,
terrible.
whatever.
People don't talk to their, family. I mean, what's the difference for me?
And
right?
to each our own. We're all voting for someone for our own reasons.
Correct. And let's say I was voting for Donald Trump, right? Someone would say, oh, he's right. Whatever their views the reason they don't like him, right? But these
and we
are
can respect that for them.
Guys, these are the options. I want to curse, but I'm not. These are the options that we have. If there's two people, right? Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, you have an option. If you pick Trump, if you pick Kamala Harris, both have probably some agenda that we don't agree with. That's crazy, right? So
Yeah.
what's the difference? Everybody has flaws and imperfections, so it doesn't matter it's just idiotic to judge someone for their political party.
Yeah, if you don't want to be friends with someone or listen to someone,
we can debate. We can debate all day. If you
I think, and again, there is a difference of being like, I fucking love Trump versus you don't have to love Trump. You kind of have to just make the best decision for, like, with what you're kind of dealt. If you don't like Trump, you don't like Kamala, you fucking hate them both, but then it's like you still got to pick one.
The way that we were raised or the way we were taught, right? Because when I was like, what's the president? Who's the president? When you learn voting, we were told, okay, vote for who you think would add value to your life, right? And historically showing, presidents don't really change shit in 4 years. You can't really change a country that much or shift a country that much in 4 years. It's not a lot of time, So, anyways, moving on.
That one's tough. I'm scared to edit this.
It's not about, and that's the thing is exactly
what
what we're talking about.
Brought it up. Yeah.
Right. Exactly what you're talking about is exactly the reason you're getting, what do you call it? Nervous for what I'm saying. But it's my right, freedom of speech.
Of course.
You know what the First Amendment is? Freedom of speech. You know what the Second Amendment is? That you know what the First Amendment is. And they're trying, people are trying to censor us. It's tough.
Yeah, but also just with cancel culture, and again, people saying, like, we cannot be friends.
I don't believe in cancel culture. If and who is cancel culture, right? I really don't believe in it. If you're saying the truth and what's from your heart, it's just, who cares? Who's going to cancel me? I don't care. Cancel me.
Yeah, but
Says
babe,
who?
you don't have a huge platform where it could affect your
Of
bank account.
course.
If you would think differently,
I
if you
understand
would
that.
think twice about what you're saying when you can lose half your followers because of
I
one
understand
thing.
that. Yeah, I understand.
So you can't, everyone's situation is very different. So I don't judge the people who are not afraid, who choose not to speak up about certain things when they have a platform, because it could go either way. And we've seen it with big influencers. Mm-hmm. We've seen it. So I get it. I understand.
Well, they tried to cancel.
That's their job.
They
and
tried to
it's
cancel
sad.
Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson. They didn't succeed because if you have a big enough platform, you're still going to keep your core audience. So I don't know.
I think it's more when it's like when you never talk politics. Those are two people who are heavily involved in politics versus you have your favorite musician say, oh, by the way, I'm voting for Trump, or oh, by the way, I'm a Kamala. Then it's like you have people saying, I hate you for this, I hate you for that.
Then you lose a fan, yeah. But it's just like this. When you were growing up, what did your mom say to you? Tell the truth, right? Because if you don't tell the truth, if you're lying, there's repercussions. Mm-hmm. Now it's I'm going to curse, fucking opposite. And it makes no sense. People cancel you for telling the truth.
Babe, we're allowed to curse on this podcast.
Yeah, but I'm trying to take it out of my, right? It's the opposite now. Now it's just, okay, sprinkle a little taint or sprinkle a little lie to convolute the truth. And that's what the people want. They want, misinformation, whatever it is.
All right, it's getting too political for me.
I'm done.
All right, one more quick thing. Something weird we do is sleep in our guest room a few times a week. Why the fuck do we do that? Is it because we just don't want to go upstairs?
It's just a cozy room to me. I personally, and I mean, anyone listening would understand, the baby's room is right next to the guest room. When he wakes up, it's easy. I know you're like, oh, you don't like stairs. It's not about that. When it's 2
But
in
you
the
don't like
morning and
stairs.
3 in the morning and my eyes are half shut,
Yeah.
walking down the stairs, it's a project. So I'd
No,
rather
but sometimes
just.
we even do that when he doesn't wake up in the middle of the night. We'll just choose to sleep in there.
Yeah, I like
switch
it.
it up.
It's to me, it's cozy. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I like.
It is cozy. Our room is just really big and open.
Yeah, no, our room is super cozy, but yeah, it's just I like it. I like the room. I like what we did with it. That's it.
I just thought about that today. I'm like, it's so weird because we slept in there last night.
Yeah.
We like to switch it up. Would you rather have a year without takeout or a year without vacations?
A year without takeout. That's easy. Takeout's bad for you.
Babe, we have takeout like 3 times
I get
a week.
it. A year without takeout. Absolutely.
You'd rather go on vacation.
Of course.
Are you going to cook every single day for the rest of your life? For the rest
No,
of the
but
year?
if you go to the restaurant and sit down, it's not takeout.
Oh, okay, fine.
Life hack. Life hack. How about you? It's kind of a dumb question almost.
Babe, we heavily rely on takeout. Not heavily, but like, think about it. Even like when Carter was first born, we were like getting salads delivered every single day for lunch.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know. A whole year without takeout? Going to a restaurant with a baby is a little bit of a hassle.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I don't know.
It is a hassle. I mean, he's a good baby too. It's just a hassle because you gotta,
He's such a good baby.
lug.
We got really lucky.
Shit.
Okay, and then last but not least, secrets. Do you think if a friend tells you a secret and says don't tell anyone, your spouse doesn't count?
I guess it would depend on the secret. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're supposed to keep people's secrets. The way that I was raised and the way that I grew up is if someone tells you a secret and tells you not to tell, you don't tell. People get killed for stuff like that. People get canceled. Oh my God,
babe, we don't live in the hood.
What is that about living in the hood? I'm talking about the mafia.
Okay, we don't live with the mafia.
It's natural. I mean, it's just common courtesy, man. And that's talk about getting canceled. That's back in the day how you would get canceled out of a friendship circle. If you do stuff like people I know where you tell them.
Yes, but babe,
don't tell anyone.
Marriage is so different. Marriage, when you're married, if you're like fucking telling your crusty girlfriend when you're 18 and she's a drama starter, like.
You could tell it to your wife, but if it's something that's near and dear, something, some things are better left unsaid. And, not at your spouse.
You tell me everything, though.
Okay, I mean.
And I tell you everything.
Yeah, to a fault, okay.
Why is it to a fault?
I don't know. You should. If someone tells you, okay, listeners, this is who I'm speaking to. If someone tells you, your friend, listen, don't tell us anybody. Don't tell it. Don't tell it to your spouse for what? Unless it's something you need to talk to your spouse. Yo, guess what? Because sometimes someone tells you a secret and you don't know how to take it or you don't know what advice.
Well, I'm going to put you on blast a little bit without giving too much context. Like, I feel like when someone tells you a secret and you come to me and tell me that secret, you have really good intentions because you want, like, the woman's perspective. Like, hey, babe, what would you do? Like, what would you do? Like, you're a woman. Like, this is happening or whatever. Like, you have really good intentions.
If I can't give the person who's telling me the secret and telling me not to, like, advice on it on the spot, because sometimes people come to you with crazy things, then it's natural to go to your spouse and be like, yo, this is what happened. What do you think? I just think, I don't respect people who, especially if someone's saying don't tell anyone, I don't respect people and don't hold them to a high standard if they go telling people.
Not people, your spouse.
It's not necessary unless what your.
But I feel like we do that.
If what's your friend? Okay, I'm just gonna end it here. If what's your friend or person that's telling you is a secret and help it, don't tell anyone. Leaves you so perplexed that you don't have any advice to give them. It's normal and natural to talk to your spouse. If you get it and you give them the advice, no need to talk to your spouse.
But you don't do that. I feel like we tell each other.
If there's secrets that I know about people that I don't tell you everything, why would I? Is this a setup to like learn people's secrets?
No, I'm just saying, babe, it's a...
Come on, this girl, I mean...
No, I'm just saying, I think that's, like, interesting. Like, does it count? Like, I feel like most of the time we, like, come back and tell each other things, but it's like, we would never tell anyone else that, but it's like, in our home, it's like, it's almost like we're one with that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's acceptable. Next topic.
But you say one thing and do another.
What are you talking about? You just said that I tell you everything.
Exactly. Okay. You're saying you shouldn't. You should keep
After
it in the mafia.
After people hear this, they're not going to tell me shit. So thanks. They're not going to have any fucking secrets now.
No, you've never told.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Close it up.
Close it out? Wow. All right, episode 16. We're almost at 21. Took us a while. Thank everyone for listening, and I would say, everybody that comes up to us, right, when we're out and keep doing the podcast. Bring it out with the podcast. So, we got a brand that we're working on or in the process of getting a brand deal that we might, I don't want to jinx anything, knock on wood,
that's fake wood.
We might bring you guys, and it's such a value, such a good brand that I believe in. So
we're very excited to be part of it.
Catch you on the next one for that. But thanks for listening, Mr. and Mrs. Cap, the podcast. Mr. and Mrs. the podcast. Wow, we've been gone so long. I forgot the name of the podcast. All right, say bye.
Bye. Are you going to commit to showing up for the podcast every week?
Yeah, what are we going to be dropping these? Monday?
Every week.
Wednesday or Monday?
What do you want to do? Should we switch it up and do Wednesday?
This one, I think that we'll do a deadline for Wednesday.
And then let's keep it to Wednesdays, though.
Wednesdays? Yeah, why not? It's midweek, that hump day. Get people going, get people over. All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.